Eve, the HomeKit exclusive accessory manufacturer, announced the Eve Cam back at CES 2020. The camera only works with HomeKit and HomeKit Secure video. It's also super privacy focused, doesn't require account creation or collects any data. And it has finally arrived to join a growing category. So continue watching this video to see how the Eve Cam fares. Welcome back, and my name's John, and this channel is dedicated to everything HomeKit, news, reviews and tutorials. So if you're new around here and you want to find out about everything to do with HomeKit, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also the bell button. If you got a question or a comment, then leave it in the comment section below. I just want to point out I've been using this camera with iOS 14, and the reason being I wanted to take into account what the future of HomeKit will hold, particularly the activity zones, which this camera does not have. The Eve Cam comes boxed in the company's usual premium packaging. You first of all get the Eve Cam along with a number of different accessories. You get a USB cable which is 2.2 meters long. You also get a USB power supply with various different adapters. You also get a metal plate for magnetic wall installation, along with the relevant screws and adhesive pads. You also get a quick start guide, which has got the HomeKit code on. Now there's one minor niggle with the packaging. Eve could cut down on the amount of plastic packaging used. This is just a minor niggle, but it's certainly going to help save the environment. Moving on to the design and features. The Eve Cam is made of plastic in a matte black finish. Around the front, you'll find the lens, which captures footage at 1080p, and it has a 150 field of view. Camera also has night vision capability and can make out objects up to 5 meters away. You'll also find the infrared motion zone, and the camera features a LED status light to let you know what is happening. Around the back of the camera, you find perforated holes for the speaker, along with this reset button. The body of the camera has a micro USB port that is used to power the device. It would be nice if it was USB-C, but this is not a deal breaker for me. The camera body sits on a stem that holds the camera with an hinge that allows the camera to be moved forwards and backwards, along with the ability to rotate the camera a full 360 degrees. This allows for easy placement, especially if you're mounting it on a wall. Finally, the base features a coating that stops it from moving easily around, plus a built-in magnet to attach to the wall mount. Speaking of the wall mount, you can attach this to a wall with the included screws or adhesive pads. The camera then attaches magnetically to the mount and has a very powerful connection. Connectivity is via Wi-Fi, and it connects via 2.4 or the 5 GHz network, which is an advantage for those with a already crowded network. It's worth mentioning that Eve designed the camera to be used indoors, so it does not have any waterproof rating, also does not have its own onboard storage, and solely relies on HomeKit Secure video to save recordings. Now moving on to setting up the Eve Cam. I set up the Eve Cam in my games rooms that I use for testing and reviews of HomeKit devices. This is particularly useful for smart home cameras, as this camera only supports HomeKit. Because the Eve app integrates very well with the Home app, I set up with the Eve app, which then involves scanning the HomeKit code, choose a name, assign it to a room, and then set your recording preferences for HomeKit Secure video. Once that's all set up, it's available in the Home app and also available in the Eve app. Moving on to the Eve app and how it all works. The Eve app is a privacy focused app. It doesn't require any account registration, nor does it collect any of your data. All of the recordings are stored locally in iCloud if you're using it with HomeKit Secure video, and it does not send any data back to Eve. This is a real bonus for this particular camera. In the Eve app, you get a snapshot of the camera and the ability to play it live. In the top left, you can play and pause the live streams. Just below the live box, you also have the option to jump right into the Home app so you can view any HomeKit Secure video recordings. You also have the option to look at any change of statuses in the audit records. Double tapping the camera image will pull up a live view. You can also go full screen by rotating your iPhone. You'll also have options to push to talk and mute audio. Again, you have an option to jump into the Home app to view any recorded footage saved to iCloud. Finally, you have controls over the camera audio for the microphone and speaker. The Eve app also displays details on when motion has been detected in the form of a graph, and this is displayed for motion detection throughout the day. Along with this, you also can see when the last motion was detected in terms of time. You can also access a detailed log of when motion has been detected, and it displays this detail in date and time order. Now, it would have been nice if tapping these would take you to the recording in HomeKit Secure Video. However, Apple does not allow third-party developers to access any of the HomeKit Secure Video features, so Eve cannot be marked down for this. Also, have what scenes or automations this camera has been enabled for or included in. Finally, the camera also has some controls to change the room it's assigned to and also notification settings. You can also change the sensitivity of the motion detection with a choice of low, medium and high. I found that setting it to medium was just right for me. Now moving on to video and audio performance. As previously mentioned, I placed a camera in my games room for this review. The Eve Cam captures footage at 1080p at 24 frames per second, and I found the video quality is good when reviewed in the Home app. It's worth mentioning you cannot alter the resolution of recordings like you can with other smart cameras. The video quality at night is good with the infrared sensor and does an excellent job of providing clear recording. The room I tested it is 9 meters long, and even walking to the furthest point I could still make out objects. I did come across one minor issue. When watching a recording back created at night, the clip appeared to be 2 times speed, similar to an old black and white movie. I did reboot the camera and checking other clips recorded since the reboot, this does not appear to have come back and it seems to be resolved. Eve has included a microphone and speaker for two-way audio, which is exposed in the Home app and in Eve app. It works well and you can hear conversations clearly when using this feature. Moving on to HomeKit and HomeKit Secure Video. The Eve Cam only works with HomeKit, but to take proper advantage of this camera, you really need to be using it with HomeKit Secure Video. This is because it doesn't feature any onboard storage, so you have to use it with Apple's iCloud and the HomeKit Secure Video feature. To use this feature, you will need a HomeKit hub, such as Apple TV, HomePod or iPad, plus you will need one of Apple's iCloud plans of 200 gig or more. For the basics of HomeKit though, I can view the live stream from the Home app and also use the push to talk button to talk to anyone near the camera. The camera's motion sensor is also exposed to HomeKit, which gives you the option to use this as a trigger for other HomeKit devices via automations. As I've already mentioned, to get the most out of the Eve Cam, you need to use it with HomeKit Secure Video. You'll get up to 10 days of saved footage and older clips will be automatically deleted on a rolling basis. When you first set up the camera, you have the following options, both for home and away. You have the option to have it off, just detect activity, stream, or stream and allow recording. In my testing for this review, I set up to stream and allow recording for both modes. This is because I wanted to see how it all worked. However, in general use for an indoor camera, I would set it off when people are at home. You can also turn the camera status light on and off and toggle the night vision. Playback within HomeKit Secure Video, you simply tap the live camera feed in the Home app, which will show you the timeline of activity recorded at the bottom. Apple has split these events into easy to identify 4 categories, such as people, animals, cars, or generic motion. Selecting a clip will play it back, and I found this responsive and played within seconds. You can also jump to live view to the left of the timeline or play the entire recorded clips using the button to the right. If you want to share a clip, you can do that with friends or family. You can also delete clips if you want to do that. Just touching on the benefits of iOS 14 with the Eve Cam. Although iOS 14 has not arrived, I've been testing it for a few weeks and I've used it with the Eve Cam and a number of other cameras. This was mainly down to the fact that Eve Cam will enjoy some of the additional benefits such as activity zones. This feature will be useful if you're using the camera in your home and you want to be alerted to motion in a particular area. Within iOS 14, you can define a zone or multiple zones within the Home app, and they will only then be alerted to activity within that zone. I found using it with this camera and other cameras, it certainly cuts down the amount of notifications or recordings, particularly if you've got a busy room. So my conclusion on this camera, Eve is renowned for quality HomeKit exclusive products, and the Eve Cam is a first generation device for the company. Camera does look the part, although I do prefer the Logitech Circle View design and build quality. I like the fact you can use the Eve Cam with the company's own app and it integrates very well within the Home app. This is despite the restrictions Apple places on third-party apps, but Eve has used everything available to them within the Eve app. The quality of the video is good and enough to monitor your home with a decent night vision capability. In fact, I prefer the video quality for the daytime over the Circle View, and also being a fan of HomeKit Secure Video, this is a big bonus for this smart camera, and also the ability to control the camera within HomeKit and the ability to do it in the Eve app. But it's not all great for this camera, as you can't create motion zones within the Eve app, which would cause a lot of false alerts if it's placed in a busy area. In addition, if you don't have a HomeKit hub and subscribe to the appropriate iCloud account, then you have a camera that only gives you a live stream, as it does not have local storage. You also can't use this outdoors, as it has no IP rating to make it waterproof, unlike other cameras that are available for a similar price. Then we come to the price that's been asked for this camera. If you compare it to the Eufy indoor camera, which is only £39, then it seems expensive at £90 more. However, I think the Eve Cam has a better build quality along with rock solid Eve app. But one of the biggest bonuses for this camera is the Eve Cam is super private. It doesn't collect any data, doesn't require you to set up a user account or send any of your recordings or anything back to Eve. Everything is stored locally within your network. And if you're using HomeKit Secure Video, all your recordings are processed locally and stored in a secure iCloud environment. This means that everything is kept contained and you're not giving away any of your data. Bottom line on this camera, it's a superb choice if you plan to use it with HomeKit Secure Video. Plus, when iOS 14 arrives later in the year, this will bring activity zones within the Home app, and this will make this a further compelling option for a HomeKit exclusive camera. The Eve Cam is available in the UK, Europe and the US, and it starts at £129 and the relevant currency conversion. Now you can buy this from the Apple Store or you can buy it from Eve Direct. So that's a wrap on this review. Hopefully you found it useful, and if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and if you've got any questions or a comment, then leave it in the comment section below. Thank you very much. I'll speak to you soon.